Hello Gemini, welcome to your energy reading for the 12th of September week. And as you know, this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates and drop the rest. So let's see what is coming up for you this week, Gemini. And here we go. Gemini, Rapunzel, right? So we remember the story of Rapunzel, what happens, right? She has long hair, she's in the tower, right? So in traditional tarot, this is a tower moment. So tower moment means at this point in your life, you are perhaps feeling a little bit blocked, right? Your tower moment, you're feeling a little bit like standstill. You don't know. Maybe you need a bird's eye view of what's going on. So things are almost like in a standstill for you at this point in your life, Gemini. So some major decisions are needed to be made. I feel also that you may have some surprising news, and you may act on those information as they come in. And having shocking or surprising news are not necessarily bad things. Sometimes they can push us forward to make the decision that we need to make, or they can push us forward to do things that we may have never thought of doing, right? So when you are, when you have a tower moment, usually it's like you're waiting, waiting for things to happen, and something will happen, right? And you will jump into action, you will get something done, and you will come down from the tower, you will see things much more clearly. So this is what you are experiencing right now, according to the energy, Gemini. Now let's see what else is there for you in this coming week. Right, yeah, these cards are huge. A little bit challenging to shuffle, but they are my favorite deck because, fairy tales. This is called the Inner Child deck, okay? Now, let's see what the next one is. Nine of Crystals, yeah, definitely ending a cycle, right? Nine of Crystals basically is about ending a cycle. You are closing things down, winding things down. I feel for some of you, you may be changing your job, or you may be winding down a business and starting a new one, or some of you, if you are older, you may be retiring. Okay, so these are the energies that come in, and all these changes you're experiencing are not bad things. They are simply the path that is necessary for you to enter the next phase of your growth and of your development. And as a soul being, right? I mean, we go through cycles in life all the time, right? And it's ending on one cycle is not a bad thing. It's I'm aware that some people feel like when they have to end something, it feels like a failure. For example, relationships, right? Marriages ending in divorce and all of that. They feel like it is a failure, but it's not. It's just, you're just entering a different phase of life, and it's perfectly okay to end something and then to, start anew, okay? So let's see what the next one is for you, Gemini. Okay, so in your tower moment, it's also important that you address some of the shadow energies within your own psyche. Things that you have suppressed, things that you don't want to address, things that you're avoiding. It's important to address the shadow side of self. Throw light into the shadow, right? Do not allow the shadow to have so much power over you. The more we avoid things, the more energy, the more power it has over us. So we need to be able to look at the shadow energies square in the face and say, okay, look here, what's going on here, right? What can I do? How can I throw light into the situation, or throw light into this misgiving within myself, or this thing where I've judged myself for the longest time? What can I do about it now, right? So throw light into the shadow, work with honesty and authenticity, and you will find that as you enter this new cycle, things will become brighter, lighter, and much more successful for sure, Gemini. Okay, so let's see what the next one is. Two of Hearts. So a balancing of your feminine and masculine parts of yourself is certainly necessary at this point as you go further in your journey, in your tower moment, right? It's time to ask yourself, am I leaning more to the masculine side or the feminine side? Am I being too aggressive or too passive? Right, so look for, information such as this where there is a yin and yang and it seems as if they are polarities, but they may not necessarily be polarities, right? They can work together. We need to find that balance between the two in order to become much more balanced people, basically. Okay, your masculine and your feminine at this point is, the energies this week is really, pointing in that direction, asking you to look into it, asking you to, perhaps in a particular situation, especially your relationship, is asking you to, are you coming from a position where you are, it doesn't matter what your gender is, right? It has to do with your mindset. The mindset can be a masculine mindset, or the mindset can be a feminine mindset. So in the relationship issue that you may be going through, ask yourself, am I being a little bit too masculine in my perspective? And do I need to soften things up? Do I need to allow my feminine energies to come in to temper the situation, to deal with the other party, to handle it with much more care and grace? Okay, so let's see what the next one is for you. And Three of Wands. Three of Wands. A time to allow your creative energies to come forward, right? And so again, I feel like for you, Gemini, there's a lot of balancing that is needed for you this week. Are you utilizing your creative forces, your creative energies in balance with how you are using your willpower, how you are this is what I call the personality A type energy, right? Are you using that in a balanced way, and are you also balancing that with love, with grace, with compassion and care? Right? All of these need to be balanced. When they are balanced, then you find that your expression of who you are can come out much more smoothly, and you will also be much more acceptable to society, right? Society will go like, oh, that's interesting, that's different, that's a nice energy I'm receiving from this person, right? And so now I'm not saying that we need to do things to please other people. What I'm saying is it's important for you to have that balance, right, within yourself, so that whatever you want to do, other people will welcome your energies much more effectively, and it doesn't have to feel so tiring having to deal with people or situations. Okay, so let's see what the next card is for you, Gemini. And you have Aladdin and a magic lamp, right? So time to make wishes, time to also, one thing to bear in mind is asking yourself, are you greedy? Now, I'm not saying this as a judgment. I'm asking you to use this question for self-contemplation. Are you greedy for energy? Are you greedy for love? Are you greedy for whatever it may be, right? Asking yourself, am I greedy? Do I want too much that I become off balance? Does it serve a purpose for me to want so much or need so much? Do I really need that much, right? These are some of the questions to ask yourself, Gemini. Okay, so let's see what we get from this particular deck here. Whoop, this flew up. And it says, work through your fears. Right, remember what we got a card about the shadow side, the big bad wolf. This is exactly that. Okay, so this is highlighting how important it is to work through your fears and to shine light into the shadow parts of self. Now let's get an inspiring message from this particular deck for Gemini. And here we go, inner child. So working with inner child consciousness, I feel strongly that this has to do with the healing of the inner child. The wounded inner child is surfacing this week to ask you to address. So this is connected to the shadow energies, okay? So the inner child wounds are hidden, and it's time to explore this week. It's important for you to explore, because the inner child can hold you back or inner child wounds can hold you back if you do not address them. And in the long term, obviously it's not going to serve your highest purpose. All right, Gemini, If you like the message that you received this week, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And as a reminder, if you would like a personalized reading, just book a session. Look at the description below, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.